Hey, you random stranger, how you been going? I hope you've been well these past couple of weeks. I know the world's a bit crazy at the moment. I mean, like, when is it not, honestly? But we are back, and today we're going to be finishing off Volume 5 of Houseki no Kuni, which I'm pretty hyped about because I've been told that it covers things that the anime had to skip over. So, already in the last few chapters, we met Ghost Quartz, the cool caretaker of books and records, whom I thought had never actually appeared in the anime, but over on Twitter, at Hikomori80 sent me this screenshot of the very first episode in the anime where all the gems are lined up behind Kongo Sensei, and yeah, there they are for like a couple of seconds, just this tiny dot of a thing. So yeah, I stand corrected on that. There was also quite a big difference in that it was the Amethyst twins who saved Foss slash unintentionally prevented them from speaking to the captured Linnarian, and not Cinnabar as it was in the anime. So I'm curious to see where those divergences lead and how they introduce or wrap up things that the anime didn't have time to. Um, a few more things that struck me as kind of interesting or odd in the last reading. Of course, we got that dysfunctional but also weirdly perfect pairing of Zircon and Bort. Honestly, it did not start out great with Zircon, I guess, musing out loud to a very alarmed Foss about how maybe they too should start losing some limbs in order to become stronger, and to impress like a very non-impressible Bort. And I don't know, it was kind of the wrong thing to say to someone who had just been through so much trauma to get those new powers, but also I think it reflects the degree of Bort's coldness and just absolute disinterest in expressing any kind of empathy, and how that affects Zircon. Sarah Rain in the comments. By the way, welcome back, mate. It's always good to get your thoughts on Houseki. On this particular dynamic, they wrote, "Don't be too mad at Bort. They're just emotionally dumb." And so is Zircon, so they're perfect for one another. All the gems are pretty emotionally stunted and are trying to pretend they're not. Yeah, I hadn't really given too much thought on the general emotional development of, or lack thereof, of the gems. But I think you're right. Like, to be immortal in such a small, tightly compartmentalized society with a single dominant source of authority and protection, who, let's be honest, doesn't really nurture free or enlightened thinking or the gathering of knowledge that's outside of known canon, while constantly being attacked and traumatized for like reasons they don't know. That's got to do a number on healthy emotional development, right? And it's not like they don't have moments of personal growth, or they're more mature gems like Yellow or Pudpa, but to have to hone their entire existence for many hundreds or thousands of years into these very specialized roles just for the sake of ensuring the survival of their tiny, very endangered society, it's just like a completely different emotional ball game altogether. And even someone like Alex, like, their full force focus on researching the Linnarians is because of their self-professed desire to keep their hatred fresh. Because they had their partner taken away by the moon people, which is such a harsh state of existence, but it's very understandable. Anyway, back to Bort and Zircon. It actually ends up pretty good because, Bort ends up giving some solid advice to Zircon about how, worrying too much about Yellow is probably their weakness in fighting. Although, I mean, I don't really buy that whole like love is weakness shtick that Bort has going on. And Zircon, on their part, finds Bort's weak spot, which is going after them and goes after them with a hairbrush. So, yeah, Järvinen, man, asking the real question: how do gems comb their hair? And I don't, yeah, I have nothing for that. The other thing I'm looking out for is Foss's continued quest for the truth. And at this stage, it seems like they're really struggling with the rightness or the wrongness of their decision to pursue it. So when they're having their little conversation with Padpa, Foss asks, does wanting to find out the truth make me bad? And, doesn't that just very succinctly express the inherent dilemma of every single truth seeker throughout all of history? Like every major turning point in knowledge or the acceptance of new knowledge, for example, switching from a heliocentric switching from a geocentric worldview to a heliocentric one, and the accusations of heresy that scientists had to cop for doing that, or like, the exposure of government crimes being treated as treasonous. And it's just such an old, repetitive, but very time-honored dilemma. And Foss acknowledges this dilemma when they say that they envy their old self. The old them that was so optimistic and so ready and willing to find a place for themselves in this established society. Last thing, also related to that conversation between Padpa and Foss, it is so strange how Rutile just always seems to pop up at just the right moment. And I find that slightly worrying because, Foss lies about what they discussed and Rutile just gives them like a look and says nothing. But at the start of that chapter, I realized that when Foss is, looking up at the sky waiting for the Lunarians to show up, and then she says something to that effect, Rutile again just pops out of nowhere. And Foss comments that Rutile has very good hearing, which makes me think that for sure, I am like 96% sure that Rutile definitely overheard their Foss and Padpa's conversation, and I really don't know which way they would go if forced to choose between helping Foss or staying loyal to Sensei. And that definitely makes me worried because, Rutile is so smart and so savage. Okay, I think we are good to go to keep on reading this amazing nail-biter story. So, chapter 33, Distance. Hang on, sorry, let me rewind a couple of panels. That's right, so, okay. 3 sunspots have appeared. Sensei's gonna take care of one of them, and he tells Foss to rest, but then Foss says the magic N word. No. And insists on going. Tread carefully. Okay, and then that's Foss, repeating Padpa's words in her own mind. And find the truth for myself. Oh, that's so ominous. Just Foss standing behind Sensei. Almost like they're gonna stab him in the back. Of course, that's not what they want to do, but I don't know. I feel like that's what they're gonna end up having to do. Okay, chapter 33. And the bell's going off. Again, just staring at his back. Just probably thinking, oh man, am I really gonna take this dude on? Like this father figure, protector, all-knowing person. Sensei doesn't look sleepy. Oh, that's Ghost Quartz. What are they doing there? Russell. face planted from the shock. Not again. You're overreacting. I do love Ghost Quartz, and we've only seen them in 3 panels maybe. How long have you... Huh? I'm going with you. Ever since the library. Ghost Quartz just ghosting. Oh, I see. I feel like Lapis is coming back today. Oh, that's their partner that got taken, Lapis Lazuli. Head pat. Very obviously, Ghost Quartz is in the pocket of Sensei, very much so. I guess they all are in their own ways. It's rare to see three at once. This will be a first for you two, won't it? Yes, Sensei. The Lunarians have been a passion of yours lately. Ugh. Have you learned what happens with three at once? Yes. They demonstrate unique behavior. Once we evaporate the first vessel, the other two will retreat as fast as shooting stars. Okay. Yes, and we've lost 3 of our number when they went in pursuit. We've lost 3 of our number when they went in pursuit. It's a nefarious trap. Oh, okay, so I guess it's sort of like a multi-pronged attack. Is this your first triple? Yes. Bort and Zircon. I've only learned about them in class. Does Bort take those classes? As in teach them? Same. What? You know how it works, right? Yes, if they run, don't give chase. Yeah. Sort of like baiting them into, I guess getting separated. I can't believe Bort hasn't dealt with this either. Exactly, but this time, one or more of them may be a new type. By having Sensei dispel them all at once, we can include shard retrieval as part of our strategy. Oh, okay. We're going to get all 3 of them into Sensei's range, provoke the vessel, and lure it to the others without hurting it. Oh, this sounds like a very delicate operation, and I think something's going to go horribly wrong. They do make a good pair, don't they? I feel like they're much more comfortable with each other at this stage. And I wonder if Zircon really ever successfully combed Bort's hair. I mean, with the help of the other, 2 diamonds, probably. How are they going to lure it in? I guess just take pot shots at it and keep running in the direction of the other 2. Hair doesn't need to be silky smooth. That's Bort using their hair to deflect. Understood. Is this really your first time fighting a triple threat? Huh? Yes. Well, because I guess Zircon idolizes Bort, and the idea that they haven't had experience in almost every form of combat is just unthinkable for them. Northeast is running late. What are those 3 doing? Who are these 3 again? Is that Euclides? Ugh. No, I don't. Wait. Obsidian? No. Is it me? Or have I been the only target here? When there are diamonds right over there. I wonder why that is. That's not Yuke, is it? Sorry, I don't really recognize. There's Dyer. Maybe we're just not charming enough? What do you think, Elder Yellow? Oh, Benito, okay. Benito is pretty cute. I cannot believe they are having this banter about who's more cute at this critical point in time. No wonder Sensei never pairs up those cloud-headed aces. There's no one to ground them. Hurry, Nepti. Oh? Bort's made a lot of progress. If we don't hurry up, we're in for an earful. Tread carefully. tread carefully. Again, maybe that must be a popular saying in Gem Society. But be bold and swoosh. Who was that? Uh-oh. Over in the northeast, it's evaporated. Does that mean our plan failed? So they weren't able to gather all three of them in the same place? Bort is going radioactive. Oh god. What is it covering itself? Usually it happens the opposite way, right? Like they emerge from the black cloud. It stopped. But I thought they were supposed to dash off at breakneck speed. Should we get it? Something's off. Yeah, something is very off. Oh. We failed? But the other two aren't running away. They rolled up into little balls. What is that above them? Sensei, ever the silent thinker, never enlightening the other gems as to what the heck is actually happening. Maybe he doesn't know either. Sensei, should I attack? They've never done this before. Leave it alone. What? But it's right there, not moving. If it's a new type, someone might be inside it. Oh, and you would let it get away? Oh, see that panel with Sensei's face, body even in complete shadow, and Voss is just standing, staring up at him. It's kind of like in defiance at his battle call here. I don't necessarily. I think Sensei is being smart because if it's doing something unpredictable, then you probably should kind of just wait and see what happens next. Because this definitely feels and it smells like a trap. Oh, but this is Voss really getting up in Sensei's grill. Ooh, Voss is gonna bring out the katana. Someone interrupt. Okay, thank God. Sensei. Ooh. Oh no, Ghost just. Oh my goodness. They're really desperate to get their partner back. It's a bunch of mush inside. I don't think anyone's here. Ghost, get away from there. Okay, he's worried. He's worried for his baby. What? I knew. I kind of looked like, you know, when Shiro came into the world and kind of just tore like the fabric of the sky. Yeah, that's kind of what that looked like. What? Oh man. End of chapter 33. Okay, chapter 34, reversal. So we're gonna lose Ghost Quartz after having just met them and, you know, determined that they are adorable. Okay, all those hands just grabbing them. Go. Come on, Voss. Wait, is Sensei stepping in front of Voss to stop them? I want to see, what Sensei is going to do. Oh my goodness, Voss is so like testing Sensei in the middle of a fight and kind of risking Ghost Quartz as well. Although, I mean, Sensei is probably more powerful than Voss, so. Oh, okay, we've never seen him do that before. Guess he's like gripping his wrist and kind of breaking himself. The shock. Shh. If that was the old Twas, they would have just shattered on impact. So shh. What is he gonna shoot parts of himself at the blob? Is he shooting it at the tear in the sky? What is that? It's like a cloud of the face? Is that a Lunarian evaporating? I don't really know. And then again, just the foot. Oh, okay. Well, they got Ghost Quartz back, just in pieces and unconscious. I see. It merely shifted its main body to the hole overhead. Huh. Before we retrieve Ghost, I'll dispel the one in the southeast. Snap. I think it's just within my reach. Ooh, Okay, so he's snapping bits of himself off and using them as weapons, sort of very much like what the Lunarians devised, like the new types. They use gems as weapons as well. Interesting. Did they learn that from him? Swish. Yep, I think you got it right. Sensei? Those things you've been throwing, are they bits of yourself? You saw that? How could I not? They are pieces of me. I usually get by with infinitesimally small slivers, but I was a bit flustered. I'm sorry. So because he was worried about losing another one of his kids, he snapped off more than he usually does? Usually? You mean you always break off pieces of yourself to throw at them? I don't know that I think, but I don't think even I could have forgotten something that terrible. No, I suspect not. I don't want anyone trying it. It's too dangerous, and so it's our secret. But has not Foss already sort of been trying that out? Not on purpose, but you know, when they got their gold arms and gold was just gushing out of their entire body and they were chasing after Antark, bits of them were falling out. Okay, I guess they weren't really using bits of them to throw at Lunarians, but that's probably something that they could do. That's so interesting. So he obviously has lost memories as well. I'm gonna say significant memories. Are either of you damaged? No. Here comes Bort and Zircon. We must retrieve Ghost. Pieces of someone other than Ghost? Wait, and that was another gem inside that thing? And they managed to get them as well? No, not any of the pieces we brought in. Oh. Most likely Sensei sorted them out when we were picking up Ghost's pieces. What? Oh, that's Foss asking Rutile if there were pieces of Sensei, I guess. Does that happen every time? Did you see anyone else get hurt? No, I was imagining things. You know me lately, I'm all nerves, having trippy hallucinations and all that. Changing the subject. Have you ever had to treat Sensei? Of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Rutile. Oh man. This is such a heavy burden of a secret. I don't know. Sensei damaged? I've never heard of such a thing. So it's like, because Sensei is like the hardest, so much harder than any of the other gens, that to the point of where he's indestructible, but he's really not. Just to them, he's like this figure that you cannot bend either way. But I'm interested. Super interested. Don't be creepy. Rutile would never. I'm glad they got ghost quartz back though. Sensei, you would break off pieces of your own body to fight the Lunarians. On the other hand, our dear mentor and the Lunarians aren't exactly strangers. The more I try to see for myself, the more questions I come up with. Ugh, isn't that the truth? The more you know, the more you don't know. There. All done. Ah, there they are. Okay, they're back. Side eye. Thank you. Yeah, nice work, Rutile. Oh, I was brushing off the thanks. That's our great doctor. I was talking to you, Foss. I didn't do anything. Yes, you did. You reached out to help me. I saw you. But then she stopped to test Sensei. Ugh. It might have been Sensei who really saved the day, but I was happy to see you try. Oh, so sweet. They better not be taken. Thank you. Rutile, may I go see Sensei? Yes, I'll go with you. Oh man, I bet Foss is feeling kind of bad right now. It's not what you think. Yeah. I wanted to see what Sensei would do, so I chose not to help you. Sensei wasn't the one who neglected our friends and almost let the Lunarians get away. I was. Oh, it's just like, how far is Foss willing to go to get at the truth, right? Like, what sacrifices are they willing to make? I hate those questions and I love those questions too. No, I didn't mean to. I'd never. That's right. It was just a coincidence, really. Oh my goodness, they're just having the full-on debate in their own mind right now. What would Antark say? And I would probably give them a nice kick up the butt. You know, loyalty above everything else, right? Okay, it's end of chapter 34. Okay, here we go. Chapter 35. A pair of air-headed diamonds? No, that's definitely not it. Oh, Foss is so sad. There feels that guilt trip, man. I hope that guilt trip is not gonna just worm its way continuously into them until they just go crazy. Okay, Sensei being all teenage angsty and standing on top of a cliff, thinking about something. Maybe about what mobile phone to buy next. And I'm sorry if there's weird noises that come out from behind the monitor because I've got a snoring dog just right here. Yeah, so if you hear anything, that's what that is. Okay. Russell. What is he doing? Is he taking bits of himself that he's kept in his pockets and chucking them into the ocean? But why? Is he making some kind of offering to the ocean? Like where they all originally came from? This is driving me nuts. Whoosh, he's got a crack in his arm still. Wait, did the crack heal itself or no, he just cracked? Okay. Despicable. Sigh. I'm so sleepy. There is so much that's not being explained here. These are definitely going to be like several pages where we have to remember for later on when it's like light bulb moment. I don't mean to betray everyone, but every time I try to find out about Sensei's secrets, I end up with more of my own. Am I going to keep repeating this forever? All alone? Well, there's Cinnabar. Please, Cinnabar, please just give this poor truth-seeking gem some company. So they're already thinking about this whole truth-finding mission as sort of a betrayal of everyone who believes in what they've built here in this society and believe in Sensei as this infallible protector. Sigh. Ghost court. You saw it too, I know you did. What? What? My big slip up. What? Who is that? Oh, Benito. Benito hurt the northeast vessel by mistake. Thanks to that, our whole plan was a total failure, and now the Klutz won't stop moping about it. Sharp tongue. Maybe you could be a little gentler. Oh, and kind, Foss. The poor gem is shattered. It's important to face one's faults head on. So this is the robot gem. But hey, they still didn't get anybody. And none of us had fought a triple before. You can't expect things to go perfectly. It's okay. Foss, don't think so hard. I love that, think back to, earlier volumes, like the past, when everyone was just giving Foss so much crap for being so useless, and the whole, even the slug is smarter than Foss and all that. And now Foss still is so kind to all of them. Yeah, I really love seeing that. Maybe I'm overthinking things too. Foss, Ghost was looking for you. Benito. On second thought, there is something. Sigh. So, Foss, I can't even just walk up like normal. Why is Foss? I guess because Ghost Quartz is like super sneaky and he can just be there without making a single sound, and Foss just cannot. You're not at 100% yet. I can actually feel your presence. The glue must not have fully set yet. Oh, so is their gift what? Like being able to mask their presence? Being able to be fully undetectable? So, Foss. Here. The old war diary. Oh. Blue moon. Day 4. Sunny. Doesn't that mean... I feel like wouldn't Ghost Quartz have heard some of Foss's monologues to themselves about how they're going to betray the whole gem society? I guess she's having those thoughts in her head. But still. They're lively today in the warmer water temperatures. Once again, it was a battle, and all the food was gone in an instant. We had a small crop of fragrantia fruit this year, so I mixed some banded fruit in with their food, but they noticed and left the banded fruit untouched. Now I have extra cleaning to do around the front pond. What? All the food was gone. Blue moon, day 5, sunny. Last night's typhoon sent the jellyfish to the southwest corner. Their tentacles got all tangled together. It was utter chaos. It took me 2 nights without sleep to get them loose. This is... Okay. The food is for the jellyfish. Why? What is the relevance here? A jellyfish rearing log. So it seems. It's the title, Brutality, Record of My Bitter War. It's way too misleading. Who wrote this? I'm going to the moon to give that gem a piece of my mind. Did Lapis Lazuli write this? It means we all find value in different occupations. I'm sorry it wasn't any help after all the trouble I put you through. Oh no, if Lapis were here. Okay, Lapis Lazuli sounds like a very entertaining kind of gem who makes a drama out of, like, you know, raising jellyfish. The brutality record of my bitter war. I mean, you don't know, man, those jellyfish can be pretty hectic. Oh, that's right. You've forgotten all about Lapis, haven't you? Oof, us. It's not their fault though. I'm very sorry. Lapis was very smart. That gem had every book in the library memorized. Wow, the photographic memory gem. Not only that, but the crystal inside me would actually listen to Lapis. What? They share some connection between the gems? What? Okay, let's go see Rutile and we can talk about your erratic behavior while we're there. Oh, boss. I'm not overtired. See this black part in their hair? It's their hair highlight. According to Sensei, I'm made up of 2 different crystals. There's another gem inside me. One who always jumps ahead of me, doing things that surprise everyone. Sigh, that's what happened yesterday. This gem just had to help Lapis. Oh, we do what Lapis tells us to do. Okay, wait, so this gem that is inside Ghost Quartz is not Lapis, but a gem that absolutely has to help Lapis, or it has some kind of close relationship with Lapis? Wait. Oh no, sorry. It is Lapis. It is Lapis, and that's why they had to get to... Well, that's why they were standing on top of the Linarian, the ball of Linarian. Okay, I got this. When we were together, we could handle any job. Sounds like you are happy. But talking about it won't help anything. You wanted to know how the Linarians communicate? I'll do a little more research. The new you, Foss, is a little like Lapis. It's comforting. Well, wasn't that an indirect way of saying Foss is very smart? There we go. Another point to add to the case for big brain Foss. Is there anything else I can do for you? I'll help in any way I can. Any? Oh, maybe they've got an ally in Ghost Quartz. That tension-filled panel of them just staring at each other. Whatever you need, I'll help. What is Foss doing with their arm? I'm okay for now. Oh, was that Foss almost telling Ghost Quartz what they're really up to, and I guess what they're trying to get to the bottom of with Sensei, but then just pulling back at the last moment? I can't afford to drag anyone else into this. First of all, I'm the only one who suspects Sensei of anything. Well, not really. Everyone suspects Sensei has some weird connection to the moon people. They just don't really want to do anything about it. I will always be alone on this but what did they... They just fall into the lake. A new... What was the symbolism there? Falling into a lake, in the middle of a lake. I don't know. End of chapter 35. That is very interesting, all of that stuff about ghost courts and them having another gem inside of them. I guess lapis. And then because of that, sort of really not having full 100% control over their actions because this gem inside of them has different, ideas of what to do. Oh, I want to know more about how that works. And just, when lapis lazuli was taken, the agony that must have been for ghost courts, given that a part of them wasn't able to, was separated. That's like another level of suffering. But I mean, what do you expect from Houseki no Kuni? Alright, chapter 36, a new job. Back to Cinnabar. Time to get to work. Again, that infamous opening shot. Flutter, flutter. Still moping over the encyclopedia. Is that a small smile I see? Them looking at Foster's encyclopedia? And Foster's there. Hi. Hey! Just like the flight instinct just kicked in. I guess Foster does look kind of predatory, just standing there waiting for them. Why are you running from me? Because I have an infinitely bad feeling about this. There's no reason to. You're trying to catch me, aren't you? And Foster's like, no, as they wield that massive net. And is that like a lasso? God, I love these two together. Always drama, just always ensues. I found it. A job for you. Oh, okay. So when Foss was slipping in the lake and was saying this job, they thought of Cinnabar. To be more accurate, it's a job I can't do with anybody but you. I want you to help me. Imagine how that makes Cinnabar feel. Because remember when, I guess it's sort of mutual, when Cinnabar was relying on Foss to find them a new job, it made Foss feel useful and actually have a purpose, as compared to all the other gems who just thought that they were useless and couldn't do anything. And so this Foss kind of returning that favor and being like, you are actually not completely useless, and destructive and just poisonous, spreading your poison everywhere. You actually have potential to help me do this, and only you can do it. Oh, I love their relationship so much. What about the fun? Huh? You said it would be fun. This doesn't sound like fun. And then let me go back to my records. I swear I will find you a job that only you can do. I'll do it. And it'll be way more fun than night patrol. The fact that Cinnabar is just quoting back Foss's words to them word for word is so, I don't know. It's something. Those were your exact words. Like they have it engraved in their brain. And they've been repeating it to themselves every single night as they mope in their cave. I really said all that? So Foss did forget that. Fun isn't going to happen. That's just not possible. There are approximately 0 fun moments. Okay, honesty is a good policy. I'm sorry. The job is to help me expose Sensei's relationship to the Lunarians. Oh, just straight up, just like that. That's the opposite of fun, right? Hey, just put, in being so not fun, it might actually be fun, you know? You asked me what I was going to do, so I started by looking for the truth. Once I started doubting, everything about Sensei seemed suspicious. In my search for clues, I keep lying to everyone. I don't even know if I can see things for what they are anymore. I want you by my side so I can hear your point of view. Man, that's so true. Like, especially when you're digging into things that completely upend what you've been taught your whole life and what everyone else around you believes, and what your respected figures are telling you to believe. It really kind of can mess with your head, and it's hard to keep a true course on that without someone just helping you, you know, keep sane and being like you're not crazy for doing all of these things and potentially destroying everything that we've worked to preserve here, you know. And then if you find out that Sensei has done something unforgivable, what will you do then? Cinnabar is 2 steps ahead. She's got nothing. If you haven't thought this through enough to answer that, then I can't help you. I knew it. You are terribly smart and extremely careful. That's why I can't do this without you. I'll be back. I feel like that sort of description fits Padpa as well, and unfortunately Padpa just can't function for more than 5 seconds. But if you just want to team up, then So this is Foster's already, yeah, is like way out of hearing distance. And then Cinnabar chooses to say this. I don't know if they're gonna get on board. It would take a lot. Let's go squads again. I don't know how many times have they done this ghosting up onto Foss. This is like the 4th time. You're about to ask me something and I want to know what it was. Yeah, what was I going to ask? Alright then, I have a favor to ask you. Will you pair up with me? Oh, this is the pair. Sensei and the Crystal inside me both say it's okay. Alright. You have the convalescent center, the library, and patrol. You're doing 3 jobs at once. Can you handle it? I'm fine. All I have to do as far as the convalescent center is put pieces of gems there when they happen to make it back to us. Compared to you, Foss, I hardly work at all. I want to help you, but I can't replace Lapis. I'm not smart. That's actually been bugging me lately. Okay, I guess, I don't know. I guess that kills my big brain Foss theory. Me too. What? As in me too, I'm not smart? I'm afraid Lapis is too fed up with my stupidity to come home. No. That thought bothers me sometimes. I'm tired of just praying. Oh, so they pray as well. So I thought maybe if I change myself. That is a stupid thought. Yeah. I mean, Foss at this point is the go-to expert on advice as to whether you should change yourself in order to become better. And yeah, just given everything they've been through, that is never the path that a gem should take intentionally. Yeah, Foss has got that down. I mean, I know the feeling. Foss, we have to tell Wait, what are you doing, Foss? Before we fight, I want to get close to it and continue my research on how Lunarians communicate. My research? You mean you're going to talk to it? It's a big one. Will you be alright? If it looks like trouble, I'll cut it right down. Ooh, that confidence that Foss has now. Back me up, okay? Oh man. Alright. I don't know about this. Be careful. I will. There's so many of them. Oh, look at that formation. Like it's like a, I don't know what, like those in the trenches, those things that you use to shield from bullets and stuff. Concentrate. Gather as many clues as you can. That's all I can do for now. Someday, Cinnabar and I. Cinnabar and I. It's already thinking of them as a pair. Ghost Quartz, what are you doing? Ah. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Did they get Foss? Oh my goodness. Is that where we... That's where we're gonna end this chapter. End chapter 36. Yeah, that is definitely Foss being hit by some shards of another gem. I don't know, something broke them. This is bad, this is real bad. Okay. Alright, we need some decompressing with some Land of the Longstanding puzzle. So, Rutile, when you do work on this Padparaja puzzle, always. Oh, when do you work on this Padparaja puzzle? Always. Every morning, every night, when I have a few spare minutes at work. I even wake up sometimes during hibernation. What? Gah. Maybe if I put that piece there. Quiet. I see. Even during hibernation, Rutile just snaps awake and is like, maybe this will work. The insides of those holes are so smooth, I just love to touch them. Whoa, yeah, that is my reaction also. And gems love Paparacha just as much as they love me. Yeah, okay. What is that? Whatever it takes to finish this conversation. What is happening? Is Rutile... I don't know. Rutile weirdly has this reality that obviously she's living in their head. I mean, other gems love Padpa just as much as they love me. I don't know if they're being sarcastic or actually like that is what they think. So people come ask for advice all the time. Pad, how can I be all jazzy snazzy like you? Who is that? Is that Benito? Yeah. Uh-huh. There's nothing wrong with being plain. Nice voice. So I answer instead. I'm very busy. Yeah, I got it. Oh my goodness, I love this one. I think after the card playing one, I think this one is probably my favorite comic strip. That's so funny. I love Rutile. They're so just on their own track of thought, you know? What is even a nice Rutile voice sound like? I don't know if they could pull it off. Okay, the end. That's great. I think, yeah, translation notes. All right. Body full of holes. While the translators were unable to find any information indicating that Padparacha sapphires have a tendency to be full of holes, they are able to offer linguistic explanation. The name Padparacha is derived from the Sanskrit Padparanga, meaning lotus color, because of their pink-orange hue. Lotus pods and roots are full of holes similar to the ones seen in Padparacha. Also, actually, yeah, you know, the Lunarians and the lotus, you know, the new types where the weapons just rise out of the holes. Those are lotus roots as well. it may be interesting to note that because the lotus flowers rise above the muddy waters that they grow in, they have come to be a Buddhist symbol of spiritual purity. Yeah, so that, oh man, that's a interesting roundabout circular connection from Padpa to the Lunarians, to, you know, their quest for enlightenment. Interesting. Blue moon. In the world of the lustrous, the months don't have the same name as they do in our time. So here, this isn't referring to an extra full moon during a single calendar month, but a month or moon that is designated by the color blue. Likely, this entry took place sometime in spring. Yep. The crystal inside me. Oh, yeah, I'm really interested in this. Ghost quartz, also known as phantom quartz, is so named because it is a crystal with another fully formed crystal, or several, inside of it. Oh man, I love this gemology stuff. Like everything is just based in some kind of facts. Because quartz is clear, the inner crystal is visible from the outside, creating an image that looks like a phantom or ghost. Wow. Kind of like, no, it's not split personality, it's just more carrying another's conscience inside of you. Wow. Oh, it's getting so juicy right now, and we gotta stop here, guys. All right. Oh, so many interesting, almost teasing pieces of new information that we got from these last couple of chapters. First off, the big reveal, I guess, of Sensei's method of destroying the Lunarians, which is basically to crack off parts of himself and fling them like missiles. I think he's some kind of diamond. So, while he's this superpowered force in comparison to all the other gem babies, he is nevertheless still a gem himself. And I guess all of those rules about, you know, how if you lose too many parts of yourself, you start to lose your memories and by extension your identity. All of that applies to him as well. And as Foss can attest to, even memories, you can lose memories of things that were really important to you in the past. That Foss is the only gem who knows that Sensei is able to be damaged and who does this sort of fighting, I feel is some terrible, sort of dangerous knowledge that is going to really bite them in the butt one day. What I find interesting as well, and I think I mentioned it as I was reading, but I'm fairly certain now that the Lunarians who figured out how to turn gems into weapons took a page straight out of Sensei's book. And you can tell how taboo it is to use gems as weapons, in that he's like, one, he's uncertain that he's always done that and says something like, well, I don't know if I'd be able to forget something so terrible. And I think Foss is really starting to connect the lines here, seeing both the relational connection that Sensei has with the Lunarians and, like, you know, Shido, for example, as well as now seeing the similarities in how they both fight. Also, what up with Sensei being sleepy all the time? There's just so much emphasis on him, you know, being drowsy, and I feel like there's something a bit more sinister there that's going on. So I don't know. It's all of that is leading somewhere massive, and the tension of Foss getting slowly but very surely closer and closer to the truth is very palpable. The second character we get quite a bit more insight into is Ghost Quartz, and I really like the way that Ichikawa really cleverly threaded in how Ghost Quartz has parts of other gems embedded inside them, and it's like they have this other consciousness that's, I guess, telling them what to do, even if it's not in accordance with their own will. And I'm not sure if the gem inside them is lapis or if it's some other gem that was really close to lapis, because I went back to that part and Ghost says this weird line like, we both do what Lapis tells us to do. So I don't know. In any case, somehow that part that was left with Ghost um, is able to move them to act in certain ways. And interestingly, they are okay with Ghost pairing up with Foss. So I don't know if that's just a case of, well, it's okay, you know, you can't be pining after Lapis all the time, you should do that. Or maybe is that inside part of them somehow able to sense that Foss is trying to uncover the truth about Sensei and the Linearians and are all for it, and is therefore causing Ghost to offer their help for whatever reason. And that to them, it wouldn't be a betrayal as Foss is worried it'll be, but just more an honorable thing to do. I don't know. It's also actually so interesting that Ghost says to Foss that the new Foss specifically reminds them a little bit of Lapis. And finally, we have that great scene with Cinnabar and Foss where Foss kind of straight up just lays out all their cards for Cinnabar and bares her soul and intention to expose Sensei's connection to the Linearians. I mean, first off, the amount of trust that Foss had to have in Cinnabar to do that, and to trust that they wouldn't go immediately running to Sensei to tell them about it. And what's even funnier is that after, you know, Foss is done talking, Cinnabar's first concern is not the whole, you know, confronting Sensei and, you know, questioning the very foundations of their loyalty, but it's that, oh, but wait, Foss, you said it was going to be fun. And that just stumps Foss, who either doesn't remember that that's what they said because, you know, they've lost bits of themselves, or it's just something that is so bizarre for Cinnabar to latch onto. Like, I think the important part was, I'm going to find a new job for you, not the whole it'll be fun part. Oh man, that was a real trip, those few chapters. From this point forward, we are definitely in totally unexplored territory because that scene with Cinnabar was the last in the anime. And I cannot wait to read those next few chapters with you guys. I'm so glad and grateful that I have people to bounce these thoughts off of. And like, Houseki no Kuni is unlike any story that I've read or seen, and I love the symbolism in it and all the intricacies of the gems and how it's all building to this, I guess, grand conspiracy. So, as always, I look forward to meeting you guys in the comments, and I hope you have a good Easter break for those of you who do have it. And until next time, take care.